All right, hope everyone's doing fantastic today. We are now in the first week of November. So the 30 listing challenge started October 1st. We are just over the first month, and I've picked up 11 listings so far. Went on vacation last week, so I was out of commission for an entire week. However, while I was away, I put 2 of my listings under contract, and then I closed on 2 listings while I was away. So I came back yesterday and had to go get my signs, lock boxes, and kind of get back in the swing of things. So today, what I'm going to do for you guys is catch up on my calls, right? I'm a little behind on what I need to be doing. So I have my Monday follow-up calls to do. Today's Saturday. It's not Monday, but I didn't call while I was away on vacation. I could have, right? We certainly can make these phone calls, but I didn't. So now I've got some of my FSBOs that I've been working on for a while that haven't heard from me. So I'm going to reach out to them first, that you guys can kind of hear those conversations as they occur. And then I have, so it's November 4th. And on the 1st of every month, I'm super excited for expired day. Expired day is most agents, when they set their listings to expire, they set them to expire on the last day of the month. So the 1st of every month, usually a big batch of expireds in there. Well, this month didn't disappoint. I have 13. I have 13 expireds that I have cherry picked. I've pulled their numbers using Forewarn. I don't use a service for it. I just go into my MLS. I pull the ones that I want to get involved with. I've got them in here running anywhere from $1.5 million down to, I think the lowest one is 140,000. But we have 13 of those to call before I'm done with this video. Of course, that's after I call my Monday follow-ups. Then 13 expireds and canceled to reach out to. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 FSBOs already queued up and ready to go. These are FSBOs that I've never reached out to before, that are fairly fresh on Zillow, anywhere from today to, I think one of them, the oldest one on there, has been on Zillow about 30 days. So not sure how that one got past me because I've only been gone 7, but doesn't matter. We're going to call them and we'll see what kind of fun we can get into on the recording today. Hope you guys enjoy these things. Follow-up calls are fun. You guys can kind of see this is going to be a longish video. I want you guys to kind of see what my rhythm, my flow is. Now, I've been sitting this morning preparing, so I went through and I pulled all my numbers for the expireds and the canceleds. And I do that the hard way. I go in, I use a service to pull each number individually and then write it out. And I'm a pencil and pen kind of guy. Don't do a lot with the electronic folders or at least FSBOs and expireds. I don't do any of the services to provide those. I want to give each one the personal attention that it deserves, right? So I want to look at it on MLS or look at it on Zillow. I want to look at the photos, get an idea what kind of talking points we're going to go over, that kind of thing, before reaching out to them, and then see where the conversation goes. So let's fire this thing up and see how these calls go. Here we go. Call number 1.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 75747094556 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Amy, this is Shane. Hope you had a fantastic Halloween. I'm excited for November. give me a call. Just checking in to see how things are going with the house. I know you guys had a couple of repairs you were doing and whatnot to get it ready for listing, and excited to get this thing moving. So give me a shout when you have a minute. My number is 252-722-4740. Thank you much. So a lot of times that's all the follow-up call is. It's just a voicemail. And don't even worry about it. If I've had clients, I've had prospects, FSBO prospects. One that I went on a preview appointment November of 22, the first week in November 22, and I did a follow-up call every Monday after that and never had anybody pick the phone up. Never gotten another phone conversation with what was her name? With this lady. And towards the end of January, I got a call from her and she was ready to list the home, right? Matter of fact, her first things out of her mouth was, well, let's go ahead and do this thing. So don't worry whether they answer your call or don't answer your call. Call, leave a voicemail, and then move on to the next one. Now we're going to call this next one. All right, Stephanie.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 804258018 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Stephanie, this is Shane. Just touching base to see how things are going with your place over there in Hertford and how the hunt is going with your mom in Virginia. Give me a shout when you have a minute to talk. My number is 252-722-4740. Thank you much. Have a great day. All right. That's that one. Let's deal with this one. Okay. So this one was a canceled that I've been following up with. It was canceled, but it was a wholesaler that had picked it up on an assignable contract, and it had canceled out the MLS. And she wasn't aware that it had canceled. So let's see what happened with that.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Matricia, this is Shane Noblin with EXP. We spoke, I think it was 2 weeks ago now, and I believe I sent you over my resume, but just wanted to touch base and see how things were going. I know you guys had the Cash for Houses people that were attempting to get your property sold, and wanted to check in and see how that was going for you. If you need anything, feel free to reach out to me. My number is 252-722-4740. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. We'll talk soon. Like I say, most of these go just like that. Let's see, we'll put her on the end. All right, Joe. All right, I've already got this one listed. He's got another property that he's going to want to list as well, but I had that one in the Monday follow-ups and it shouldn't have been in there. All right, and I've talked to Tracy yesterday. Month to month, sound neck. Okay. Let's see how things are going here. So enjoy making these calls. You never know.
Yes, ma'am. Leave me a message. I'll call you back. Okay. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hey, Aaron, this is Shane Noblin with eXp Realty. Just touching base with you. We spoke a few times now about your property over there on Sound Neck. Just wanted to see how things were going with it, if you needed anything. Give me a shout if you have a couple minutes to talk. My number is 252-722-4740. Thank you much. Have a great day. All right, let's see. I think this one, and I always like to look because if it's closed, not a lot of need. Like if they sold it on their own. This one was under, the one I'm getting ready to call was under contract. And you want to stay in the pocket, even if you call them up one Monday and they say, hey, good news, I'm under contract. Doesn't matter, right? Makes no difference at all, because a lot of times these things fall out from under contract. And you want to be there to pick up the pieces if they do. So yeah, this one sold. I knew it was only a few days away. All right, so that'll go in here. So I've got my not interested folder right here. And I put these sheets in this folder frequently, but I've got probably 500 people that sold it on their own, decided to take it off the market, listed with another agent and sold it, whatever the case may be. This list, this is all people that I had a good conversation with. I got an email from them, right? Stayed in touch with them through the process until they, solved it on their own or whatever happened. And then it went in this folder. Now I'm calling this folder every 6 months. January 1 and June 1. Every year, I'm calling everybody in that folder. All right, let's see here. Let's try Daniel. I tried calling Daniel this morning because I saw that he was doing an open house. But what's funny about this open house, it was a 30-minute open house from 12:30 to 1 o'clock. That's a tight window to try and get in and do an open house. Let's see. Look here real quick. Yeah, still for sale by owner. This one has been on here for 50 days, and it is time. It's time for him to list with an agent.
Call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
We'll give it a minute. So it went straight to voicemail. That's unusual. So we'll give it a minute. We'll come back to it. Let's see. What are we talking? 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,385 square feet. Was listed at $250K. He's reduced the price to $218. He wants to sell. He is just dead set that he's going to be able to sell this thing on his own. Let's try this one more time and see. Here we go. That's what we need.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Daniel, this is Shane. Just checking in. Wanted to see how your open house went. I know it was only for a little bit, but still, you never know. So wanted to check in, see how that worked for you, and see how things are going, man. Give me a shout sometime. My number is 252-722-4740. Have a great day. All right. Now, I'm going to do something real quick here.
Press
All right, so that's it. That's it for my Monday follow-up calls. I only have a few, and a couple that I touch base with more frequently than Monday, so they didn't get called. But now we have the expireds. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 8 expireds I'm going to call, and then 5 canceled. And the script is pretty much the same for both of those. But what I'm going to do is for each one of these, I'll pull up photo of the house so that you guys can see who I'm calling, what I'm calling on, that kind of thing. So this first house is $965,000, almost $1 million, which is almost triple the midpoint. All right, so that actually is just about dead on triple the midpoint in my market. Gorgeous property with 53 acres close to Murfreesboro, perfect for horses or other livestock, or continue to rent the land out for farming and enjoy the views. $965 for all land and home. $790 for home with 2.6 acres. House boasts a wonderful contemporary and easy living layout with 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, half bath, bonus room. Okay, not bad. It was on the market for 140 days and looks like it just expired. We're calling David or Susan. Let's get these photos up. I want to show you guys what I am working with here. All right, so we're going to do a share screen. So this is the house. Now this is the main thumbnail. I dare say that might not cause somebody to click on it, because if you think about it, this is full size on this screen, or what, half size on this screen, whatever you want to call this. When you think of it in a thumbnail, tiny, in a list of homes, this might not cause you to click on this, right? That maybe. Yeah, has a lot going for it. 965 with the 25 or the 53 acres, or you can get the house for 790 with just under 3 acres. Not a bad place though. Certainly not professional photos, and these are some of the things that I look for when I'm calling these expireds, where I can make a difference. There also is not, and I know this because I already looked through these, there also is no drone photos of this property. And for me, you have a $1 million property that boasts 53 acres and all of this fantastic scenery, and you don't do drone photos. I think you're not trying to sell it, really. So let's see what David or Susan has to say about their property. This, so that I have this where I'm looking at it while I'm talking to them. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, David.
Yeah,
Hey, my name's Shane. I'm a local real estate agent here in Murfreesboro. I see you had a property come off the market over on Vincent Mill Road. Is that right?
that's correct.
Gotcha. Whatever happened with that? Are you guys still trying to sell it, or?
At this point, I'm so over it that I'm bringing my furniture back and putting it back in the house.
Oh my goodness gracious. It looks like you had it on what, maybe 6 months?
Excuse me?
I said it looks like you're trying to sell it about 6 months. Is that right?
That is correct.
Gotcha. Did you have any offers or any traction on it?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Just not quite enough for you, huh?
Well, maybe too much for them.
That's right. Gotcha. So you thinking you're just going to hang on to it for a while, or are you going to like hold off until the spring and try again, or what are you thinking?
I don't know yet. I haven't really thought too much about it.
Gotcha.
We might try another 3 or 4 years before we sell it.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, I tell you, I specialize in hard to sell properties. Like I've got one that was on the market for almost a year over in Murfreesboro, a brick house, really, really pretty house right there on High Street. And it had expired, and I spoke with that lady, her and her husband, and got it listed for them. And we're closing on it this week after 2 months on the market. So I have a lot of success in getting the hard to sell ones sold.
Well, the problem is I'm too big of a house for the area.
Yeah. I was getting the same thing from them that it was because it was 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and it was right there in downtown Murfreesboro, and the price point was way more than anything else in the vicinity. But a lot of my marketing goes to people in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania because of the brokerage I'm with. So I end up getting a lot of cash buyers that come down here that are looking to transplant, and they don't care so much about, too much house for the area. I'm out of Edenton, but I sell all over. But I live over here at my wife and I, we bought a waterfront home down here in Chowan Beach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How long have you guys been in that place?
Excuse me?
I said, how long have you guys been in that place?
Oh, about 20 years.
Nice. Nice. And what's the plan? If it's sold, where were you going to go? Oh, nice. That's the dream. Gotcha. Well,
Now, where is your market area? Who do you work with?
so I work with eXp Realty. We're a global brokerage. And so what I've found in the past is that the most success for me personally is pushing my marketing out to New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, and Massachusetts. We have a lot of agents up there that are selling homes for clients in those areas, and those clients are just looking to move to the Carolinas, but they don't necessarily know where. So they wouldn't maybe do a search for Murfreesboro, but when my agents in those areas put my listings in front of those clients, a lot of them end up coming down here and buying, because the house fits them, not necessarily, they don't know it like anything about the area. It's the house or the listing that sells them.
Okay, well, you obviously got this information from the computer.
I did, sir. Yep.
So you obviously know what I'm trying to sell.
I do. It looks like 53 acres with the house at the one price. And then if they want a reduced price, they can do the house in 2.6 acres.
That is correct.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm really aware. And it looks like you got a lot going for you here. I would have liked to have seen some drone photos on here. Every one of my listings gets drone footage as well. And I think a drone photo on this property is fantastic as it is with all of the acreage that you have available. I think it would really, really make a big difference.
Yeah. You got me thinking here.
I'm sorry. Why don't we do this? It isn't anything that you have to kind of decide now. I'd love to come out and meet you guys and kind of go over what I do and how I do it. And if it makes sense, great. If not, I'm not going anywhere. So even if it's 2 or 3 years down the road, at least we get to meet and kind of shake hands, and you can put a face to a voice, and we go from there. Does that work for you?
Yes, it would.
Okay. What are you looking like this week? Do you have an afternoon sometime this week that would work for you for a meetup?
Yeah, I'm just trying to check our calendar now.
Okay.
8 in the morning.
I sort of think almost any afternoon would be good.
Okay. All right. Well, let's shoot for, you want to do maybe Monday at 1 o'clock?
Monday at 1 o'clock.
Well, yeah, that sounds okay.
Awesome. Awesome. Is that Susan I hear in the background?
Yeah,
How are you, ma'am?
doing okay.
I only know your name because it was on the listing with your husband. So, yes, ma'am.
What's your name again?
My name's Shane, like the cowboy.
Shane.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Absolutely. And if you got an email, I can send you over my resume so you guys can kind of look it over and get familiar with me if that works.
Bring it with you.
Will do. Absolutely. All right. Well, I've got you locked in for Monday at 1 o'clock. I'll probably call you Monday morning, just make sure we're still good. If we need to move it, we can. But I've got you locked in on my end, so we're all straight. Thank you, sir. Y'all have a fantastic weekend. Bye. Yes, sir. All right, guys. There we go. $1 million listing, expired off the market. He's aggravated at the process. See, we have to listen to the things that they're saying, and we want to bring those things back to bear, right? So he said, at this point, I'm so aggravated at the process, I'm probably just going to move my furniture back in there. He hadn't moved his furniture back in yet. But guess what's more important than that? He's moved all his furniture out of the house. He wants to sell this house. He's desperately wants to sell this house and move to Florida, right? So we keep talking a little bit, and then I drop in with something to get him engaged. Now, I know because I reviewed this listing, there's no drone photos. And if you caught it, he says, well, you saw me online, right? Yep. And he goes, you know what I'm trying to sell? Well, now I hit him with some specificity, and that's important, right? Because you don't want to waste people's time with a bluff or with a fake it till you make it kind of situation. So I've got the listing up in front of me. That's important. Have the listing up in front of you guys so that you're looking at that listing so that you can hit them with something specific so that they know that you are paying attention to them, right? And so I talked a little bit about the two ways he was going to sell the property. Yeah, you have it on here at one price with the 53 acres and the home and everything else, and then another price with 2.6 acres and the home, and then the land, I'm assuming you're going to sell somewhere else, right? So we talk about that a little bit, which is fine. And then you could tell I caught his curiosity. He's like, well, now you have me thinking. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to have you thinking, but I tell you what, I think this listing would have done really well with drone footage, right? Because you got 53 acres and all of this beautiful, this land with the home and how it's situated in the area and everything else. Somebody is going to see that and just be blown away with it, blown away by it. So here we are now. I've made what? Half a dozen follow-up calls. And my very first expired call out of the gate, I've got an appointment to list the home. And that's what this is. Like, I've got him thinking now. He's excited because of the things that I was telling him and what I would do. So let's move on to the next one, right? We don't stop. We got one, and that's great, right? Let me do this. I'm going to highlight that one. That way, we'll see how a yellow highlighter works on yellow paper. Works just fine. One call, one appointment. Now, this is where I talk about quality over quantity. I spent the morning, it is now 1:57 in the afternoon. I spent the morning preparing for this call session, getting my list of expireds ready, pulling the numbers that I needed, getting my list done up on my MLS so that I can go from one to the next to the next to the next. Everything's ready to go, right? The money is in the preparation and the follow-up. I know everybody says money's in the follow-up. It is. Let's be prepared, because it's a waste of time to follow up with stuff if your preparation is crap and you don't get them intrigued, involved, interested in the beginning. So let's move on to the next one. I want to show you guys this one too, so you can see what I'm working with here. Photos. All right. Let's do a share screen. All right, share. All right, guys. So this is the next one. It's 585,000. Expired off of the market. Looks like a beautiful house. Looks like nice photos. I'm not hating. Like, you hear me talk about photos a lot. I really think photos are one of the most critical parts of getting your house sold. Having good photos that grab people's attention. And these are nice photos. There's nothing wrong with this. This is a fantastic living room. Look at the beams in the ceiling and all the recessed lights and all of the stuff. This is just really, really nice. Let's see what else. Yeah, fantastic house. Should not be any problem selling it. I'm confused as to why it sat on the market. 585 does not seem like a bad price. Granite countertops, all stainless appliances. Nice place. So let's see here. Let's bring that down. Look at the details. All right, so built in 2020, so brand new home, 2,450 square feet, 3-bed, 3-bath. It's in a good town. It's in my town, actually. So this house is 15 minutes from me. 194 days on the market, and it didn't sell. Let me look. Let me see. You hear me talk about it. Are there drone photos? No, there are not drone photos. We have a almost $600,000 house in an affluent neighborhood. I love that word, affluent. In an affluent neighborhood, and there's no drone photos. What is wrong with people? And the description's fairly short. 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath house is located on a quiet street in Edenton's west side. Completed December 2020, sits on 0.48 acres and is decked out with a beautiful kitchen, hardwood floors, 9 and 10-foot ceilings, and a gorgeous yard. This home is immaculate, has a spacious master suite with a massive walk-in closet, home theater room, kids bonus room, and screened-in back porch with an attached deck for the grill. What I attribute this description to is, what's the old the sleuth show where he says, just the facts, ma'am, nothing but the facts. A lot of you are going to know what I'm talking about. That's what this description is. Just the facts, ma'am, nothing but the facts. So the photos are what's going to grab your attention and get you to open up the listing and look at it on Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulio, whatever. Then the description is what's going to cause you to pick the phone up and set a showing. So photos are hyper important. Now, with all of the AI freaking software out there, why aren't people using that? Right? If you can't write a fantastic description that's more than just the facts, there's all kinds of those that are available for you. You can go to, you can write in, do a listing description using the following, and then the semicolon or colon, whatever it is, whatever the 2 dots are. And then say 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath house, quiet street, Edenton's west side, built in 2020. Like, you can put in just the facts, nothing but the facts, and say, write me a 200-word description, write me a 300-word listing description, whatever. Write me a 1,000-word listing description. They will put something fantastic together that looks like an author wrote it. Why wouldn't you do that on a $600,000 listing? I just don't get it. But we're going to see how many days on 194. And it doesn't look like it was ever under contract. But it did look like it was being lived in. It didn't look like a vacant property. And I'm always looking for that as well. It was professional photos. There may have been virtual staging going on, but I don't think so. Some of this doesn't make, some of the furniture selections that look like a homeowner put them in there. So let's call and see who are we talking to here? We're talking to James or Sonia.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Jay Rivenbark.
Is not available. At the top.
All right, so just like with Fizbo's, I don't leave a voicemail. I send them a text message, first name, question mark. All right, so let's see here. All right, so just sent James a text. Might give him just a second, see if he responds back. Again, we're talking about quality over quantity, right? So I don't just jump right on the next call. I give them a minute or two to see if they respond back, see if they just ignored my call because they didn't recognize it, and if they respond back to where I can have a conversation. If they call me back and I'm on with the next prospect, well, I can't switch off because now I've got a live prospect on the phone. So if they call me back, I want them to be able to get me. So I give them a minute or two to reach back out. And we'll see. This little town that I'm calling, Edenton, my town, there are 2 brokerages in this town that have a stranglehold on it. Now, I've picked up a few listings in there. I picked up a couple of really nice ones this year. So I do have success in picking up listings in that town. But I come across a lot of people when I reach out to that town that if I'm not at the Sotheby's or the independent that's out there, there's no even talking to them. They are loyal to the brokerages that they've used in the past. Now, I don't even mind that. If you come across that in your travels, why would you be opposed to that? Now, of course, it means you're not getting a deal, but it also shows that loyalty exists out there. So when you develop clients that you treat right and that you get good deals for, the hope is that they're loyal to you the same way these clients are loyal to their brokerages. So I don't worry so much about it. If I get somebody that's like, oh no, if you're not at Sotheby's, I mean, that's the only brokerage we'll use. Hey, makes perfect sense to me. We have not, as of yet, let's see here. Nope. All right, so let's move on to the next one. I'll leave a little message here. Text, and then today's date. So these expireds, these are juicy listings, and they just had their house listed and then didn't. So I don't want to miss an opportunity to get these things listed. And you also want to check when you're calling expireds, make sure it's still expired. Hit the little history tab. That's what I hit, the history tab, to make sure that it is still an expired listing and that they didn't relist under a different agent already, because you don't want to step on any toes. So now the next one, not a lot going on with the next one. I don't typically call expired land, but this particular piece of land is 45 acres. And it was listed at $357,000. An odd number. It's actually listed at $357,360. So apparently they went with exactly what the price per acre was or whatever, down to the dollar. I think that's kind of an oddball price. So there's not really any photos to look at that are anything to look at. But it was on the market for, it looks like 351 days. So it's been on the market for a year and didn't go under contract any of that time. So let's see. See if we can get Leon on the phone. Okay. Something else we're going to do, though. Before I get Leon on the phone. James, the one that I left the text message for, first name question mark, right? You don't want to be scrambling when James calls back to figure out who it is, which house it is, all that other stuff. So what you do is you lock that person in as a contact, recents. Okay. We're going to add contact. Now it's going to be James, expired, and then the street name. So when James calls me back, it can be later tonight, it can be tomorrow, it can be next week when he calls me back. When he calls me back, his name's going to pop up on the screen and it's going to say James, expired, and the street name. So I can say, hey, James, how you doing? And he'll say, doing well, Shane. You called me last week. Yep, sure did. Saw you had a property that expired off the market over on Robin Lane. Whatever happened with that? Like, you can just slide right into your script and there is no awkward pause. The kiss of death is when somebody takes time to call you back and you go, hey, this is Shane. And they go, hey, Shane, this is James. You called me. And it's like, all right, James, I called a lot of people. Do you live over in Hertford? Do you live in Edenton? Do you have an expired property? Are you for sale by owner? You get into this 5-minute back and forth question and answer where you're trying to figure out what kind of call it is. And by the time you do that, you've lost them. Too late, right? People like you to make them feel special because everybody is the star of their own show, right? So when somebody calls me back and I go, hey, James, how you doing? You go, good, Shane. It's as if they're the only person in the world that I care about because I already know their name. I know their house. I know the reason I know everything. I can slide right into my script. It creates a situation where they're going to trust you a lot more than if they call you and you have to figure out who they are and what the meaning of the call is. Let me do this. Add to contacts. The appointment that I said, I'm going to go ahead and add him as well. David and Susan, expired. Street name, Vincent. Save. Okay. Sorry for the delay there. I know you guys are here to watch me make calls, but this is important. This stuff matters because you'll be on another call and then you're looking at the screen, you're trying to remember that number, you're looking at your list with all your numbers written down, if you even do that, to try and figure out which house it is so that you can get why. I've got it right there. I know exactly what house. I don't even need the computer or this in front of me if I've got that on my screen. I can be in the car with my wife. I can be whatever. I can be doing whatever it is that I might be doing. I don't need this notebook or the computer that I'm on here in front of me to carry out a successful expired call when they call me back or a successful FSBO call when they call me back. I've got it already. All right. So let's go here. Let's pull this back up. And all right, you guys can still hear me because I see the little green thing moving. All right, Leon. Let's see what Leon has to say. I'm not a huge fan of picking up expired land listings, but land sells, right? And this one at $350,000, I'll take a $350,000 commission for sure. All right, let's see. Hey, I'm looking for Leon.
You got Leon.
Leon, my name's Shane. I'm a local real estate agent over here in Edenton. Saw you had a property, some acreage. It came off the market. Looks like yesterday, day before. Is that right?
Well, we just sent in to have it redone.
Oh, gotcha. Good for you. When do you anticipate getting it back on live?
Well, he got it's one of them DocuSign.
Yes, sir.
So he got it yesterday, I guess.
Gotcha. Is this your only piece of property over this way or no?
Yes.
Gotcha. Good deal. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it back up on the market. Maybe I'll be able to bring a buyer to it.
There you go.
Awesome. Is there any other way I can help you?
Not that I know of.
All right, sir. You have a fantastic day.
You too.
All right, bud. See you. All right. So he's already relisted, just waiting for it to go back live. All right. Now the next one's going to be kind of interesting. So the next one is a home. It's in a very nice neighborhood, but it is very aggressively priced, and it's an Acquisitions LLC company. I was able to find a phone number for them, but who knows how this goes. Let me do this. I'm going to show you guys the photos of the place so that you can see what I'm looking at. Share screen. Share. So you can see really poor photography. It's $200,000 listing in a neighborhood that this is probably the lowest listed property in the neighborhood. Photos are just bad. Not a redeeming thing about these photos. And it's a nice house, a brick house. These, y'all might not be familiar with my MLS, but typically when you put a real photo in here, it takes up at least a third of the screen. This is like an eighth or 12th of the screen, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it's a cell phone or just really low. I don't know why it's like this, but it certainly is not doing anybody any favors by having it done up like this with these pitiful photos. That's the size that most of the photos, that all of the photos I enter, this is the size they are. Here we are. We're back to small-ish. This one isn't even they didn't even orient this one right. Right? They didn't go back in after downloading it and turn it so that it was sitting the right way. Here, it looks like, I'm not sure if this is a towel laying down here or this is just wrinkled or something, but just could be done so much better. I would say it looks like it's, for the most part, vacant. But yeah, let's jump on here and see. Pull the description back up so I have something to talk about. All right. We're dealing with the company here, so who knows? Hey, is this Orchard View Acquisitions?
We do acquisitions. Do you have like a phone number or something from me, or what's your reason for calling me, and how can I help you?
Absolutely. My name's Shane. I'm a local real estate agent here in North Carolina. There's a property that expired off the market over in Hertford. And it's got down here, the owner is Orchard View Acquisitions. And I was just checking to see if you guys plan on getting that back on the market, if you need help getting it sold, anything like that.
What's the address?
It is, just a second here. It is 113 Cape Fear Drive. How's your weekend going?
Weekend's going.
That's good.
I do not remember that as being a property we own. Is it a lot, or is it, because we own a lot of properties, so is it a lot or a house?
It's a house over in Albemarle Plantation.
So is it in Albemarle?
It is, yep.
Yeah, I know we own none in Albemarle. So it's probably an older listing or something. Are you looking at the register of deeds? Does it show us on top that? It must be, I know, let me give you the number to a guy who may know.
Okay, hit me with it.
All His name is Josh. His name is Josh.
Mm-hmm.
His number is 980-208-9254. Check with him. Maybe he'll know what it's about.
Awesome. Awesome. Good deal. All righty. Thank you, sir. Have a fantastic weekend.
You too.
See you. All right. So I got somebody. Apparently, they have a lot of properties. And we got a follow-up number. Let's see. Who did I talk with? I talked with someone. All right.
Hello?
Hey, Josh.
Hello?
Hey, bud. My name's Shane. I'm a local real estate agent here in North Carolina. I got your number from, hell, I don't even know what the guy's name was, about a property over here that expired off the market. Are you associated with Orchard View Acquisitions?
The name doesn't ring a bell, but I've worked with several different LLCs.
Gotcha. Well, I've got a property over here expired off the market. I called Orchard View, who's the owner of record, and they gave me your number, said you might know about this property. If I give you an address, will that maybe help zero in what we're talking about?
Possibly.
How about 113 Cape Fear Drive in Hertford?
It's not towards the ocean, correct?
It is. A little brick house in Albemarle Plantation. It was listed for $200K. It looks like you guys had it on for a couple of months, and then it expired.
Okay. I don't really remember it, but last I understand, that property, I think it went back to a foreclosure sale.
Oh, okay.
That's been, I don't know, that's been, feels like close to 2 years now, probably.
Wow. Okay. Well,
So
I wonder how they get it back on the market. That's strange.
That would be news to me.
Yeah.
I do vaguely remember that property, but yeah, last I heard, I thought it went back to foreclosure sale. But again, that's been at least over a year ago.
Gotcha. Not a problem. Well, dude, I appreciate you. Do you need anything out this way? Anything I can help you with?
Not at the current time. I appreciate it.
All right, brother. You have a fantastic weekend.
Thanks, you as well.
All right, bud. We'll see you. All right. So it's a shot in the dark. Who knows? Maybe it did go back to foreclosure, and they're still owner of record. So who the hell? I have no idea. Either way, let's move on to the next one. And this is how we move the needle. We find these properties that we're interested in, and we reach out and see who we can connect with. This is another fantastic house in that same neighborhood, but this one is much more put together. Was on the market 129 days. It was under contract and fell through, and it's listed at $560,000. Let's see. Okay. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. So you can see, not a bad photo. I like it. Video tour, Matterport. Went above and beyond. I love the twilight photo. Obviously, professional photographs done, so there's really nothing to pick on in this respect. Looks nice. Nice place. Yeah, truly can't find anything here to jump on. Maybe a little overpriced. This particular neighborhood has a lot of fees and stuff associated with it. It has a high HOA. It has a restaurant on site that if you don't use a restaurant a certain amount each each quarter, then it gets tacked onto your HOAs. A lot of stuff like that going on with it, but it's really nice. Gated golf course, has a pool, has tennis courts, has security out there. Really, really nice place. And it looks like, yeah, 130 days on. So yeah, let's see. James.
You have reached 252-339-9681. Please leave a message and have a good day. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Mr. Green, my name is Shane Noblin. I'm a local real estate agent. Saw your property expired off the market over there on Croatan Road. Would love to chat with you a little bit about it. My number is 252-722-4740. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. We'll talk soon. So that was a landline and an answering machine. This gentleman's 81. So that makes sense. So I left a voicemail where I usually don't leave voicemails. I left a voicemail on that one. And we'll see. We'll see if we can get him to reach back out. However, I will lock him in. James, add contacts, create new contact. James, expired. And Croatan Road. All right. So we're going to mark through Orchard View acquisitions. We're going to voicemail that one. So far, best one was the first one. I like that much better. I like coming out the gate strong. And then even if all the other calls go bad, who cares? I got an appointment. All right, so the next one. 415,000, built in 2008, 3-bed, 5 bathrooms, 2,650 square feet. It was only on the market for 38 days. Now, this one's kind of interesting. So they put it on the market 5/4 of this year. They pulled it off of the market 6/11 of this year, but it expired out yesterday. So it expired. So the agent's agreement with them, listing agreement, expired yesterday. So it was withdrawn off the market, not expired off the market, not canceled off the market. So it's kind of like calling an old expired that just expired. So these are fun. Just went on a listing appointment last night for one that had been withdrawn from the market in February and expired off the market a week before, a week and a half ago. And so I'd reached out to her, and I didn't realize that it had been withdrawn way earlier. So I said, hey, it looks like your property just expired off the market. What happened with that? And she goes, yeah, well, it actually came off the market a long time ago. And I had to backtrack and look in here and see. It was like, oh, well, that makes sense. You withdrew it from the market. So let's shoot this one a call. Oh, haven't shown you guys yet. Let's show you guys photos of this one so that you can see what I'm seeing. All right, share screen. Nice twilight photo. Obviously professional photographer. Again, nice photos. I'm not going to be able to pick on photos on this one. I get out there, photos aren't going to look any better than these. Good window pulls, like you can see out the windows clearly. Really nice. Nice place as well. I'm always looking to see, is there furniture in there? Is it vacant? What would I have done different? I don't know that I'd do anything different with these photos. Now let's see. My other piece to the photos is you've got a over $400,000 listing. Did we do drone photos? And yes, we did drone photos. So let's pull that up. Let's go back. I'll show you guys. So again, here we are. This is what I would do. This is how I would get this property sold. We have drone photos on this listing. Nice place. It's tucked back in the woods here. You can see it from a few different angles. This is the house right here. You can see out in front, it's all farmers' fields and a couple little houses and all trees behind. And you see it backs up to nothing but forest. So I like it. Let's see. Now our goal here, though, is to get a story from them, to see what happened, where they felt the issues were, and what we need to do moving forward to get them moving on to their next place. Let's see, how long was it on? 38 days, and then they withdrew it. That's interesting. Shannon or Robert? All right, so let's see here. It's an out-of-state number. That doesn't mean anything, though. We have a lot of military here. And it's Maryland. It's not way out of the area.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 240.
All right, let's try the other number I have for them.
Hello?
Hey, Ms. Thomas.
Yes.
My name's Shane. I'm a local real estate agent. Saw you guys had a property you pulled off the market back on 6/11 this year.
Yes.
And it had just popped up on my screen because apparently your agreement with the agent had expired as of the 1st of this month. I just wanted to see what happened with that, if you guys are still trying to get it sold.
So what happened was my husband ended up getting a promotion, so we decided to stay. We were going to move to West Virginia.
Congratulations on the promotion. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, so we figured West Virginia will be there.
That's right.
In a couple of years.
That's right. It's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Right.
So the short time you guys had it on, did you have much interest in it? Any offers?
Yes, we did. We got
Awesome.
an offer.
Awesome. Good stuff. Well, is there any way I can help you?
Well, I don't think so right now.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, I'd love to send you over my resume. So if you do need something in the future, you already have me in your back pocket. Would that be okay?
That'll be fine.
Awesome. What's a good email for you?
Okay.
Awesome. Good deal. Well, I've got you locked in. If you guys need something or even just have questions, feel free to reach out anytime.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Bye. All right. So that's that. I mean, it is what it is. We're looking to get a story, and I got a story there, right? They had it listed. It was on for 38 days. Husband got a promotion, and now they're not looking to sell it. Not selling. However, you never want to lose an opportunity to maybe help someone in the future, because everything we're doing right now is great for now business. And I'll take all the now business that I can scoop up. But anytime I can get somebody's email, send them over my resume, put them in my weekly email, like Ricky Caruth's Zero to Diamond program. I'm one of his coaches. So I'm a big believer in the weekly email. You start exposing them to you, and let's say it's 2 years, 3 years, 5 years down the road. Well, they've been getting your weekly email for 5 years. Guess who they're going to call when they're ready to do something? And that is them calling you, them cold calling you out of the blue a year from now, right? A year from now, I'll probably still be prospecting, but guess what? I'll absolutely take a deal that comes to me right off of the work I put in now. Why are we putting in this work if we're not capturing the future deals as well, right? So never miss an opportunity to go for that, that possibility down the road of putting something together for them. So let's see, that was that one. So we are now 6 calls in. I got 1 email and I've got 1 appointment set. I've got 1 voicemail out, 1 text message out, and a person who relisted. So now we're going to move on to the next one. This one is a bit surprising to me. It is in the biggest city close to me, which is Elizabeth City, which is not a big city, small city, but it's the only city close to me that has like a Walmart and all the places you can go, Lowe's and shopping and all that. And it was on the market for 220 days, never went under contract. It is 4,500 square feet, 6 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, listed at $449. Fantastic place. Has a lot of recent renovations. So let me pull this photo up so you guys can see it. Let's go here. All right, and we're going to do a share screen. I like showing you guys what I'm looking at and like what's going through my brain as I'm making these calls, things that I'm thinking about, and the ways that I'm pivoting in the conversations to turn it into something. That first call was a prime example. The guy was beat down. That call could have gone sideways really easy. This isn't a bad home. Look at the upgrades in here. It's beautiful. I love what they did. I like the photos. I like everything about it. I think it's a bit pricey for the area, but how many 6-bedroom homes are you going to get out that way? Granite countertops. Everything's just really well done, classy. I can't tell if this table is photoshopped in, virtual staged, or real. To me, this almost feels like this is virtual staging. I think this is a vacant property. That certainly looks virtually staged. So I'm thinking it's a vacant property that they went in and they virtually put a couple pieces of furniture in to make it look like something. Maybe not, though. This is certainly. Okay, here we go. Look at the size of this bed. That would fit my dog. If you think about a window being, say, 30, 32 inches wide, the window is damn near half as wide as the hole, like that. If you lay your head here, your knees are going to be bending over the side of the bed. You have your feet on the floor. But it doesn't matter. I mean, virtual staging is the tool that we use to showcase what it would look like with furniture. But nice place. I'm excited for this one. See if I can get in a conversation to find out what happened with this and why it sat on the market for 220 days and never went under contract. Pretty sure they're not living in it too. Freddie or Clara? All right, let's see. Let me look though. So, because I want to have something to talk about. Let's see if there's any drone photos of this thing. Okay. So looks like 2 drone photos right at the end. It's across from the water. That's fantastic too. You can have water views. May have wanted to highlight that. Do they even talk about water views? This home is beautiful and completely remodeled inside and out. Everything outside from the roof to the inside the crawl space. The 3-story home features 6, but can be 8 bedrooms. All rooms are very big. The 4 bathrooms are beautifully redone in tile LVP throughout the home. Kitchen features great cabinets with new granite to match. This home really has too much to list everything here. Make an appointment to see it for yourself. Again, we're talking 3 sentences, just the facts, nothing but the facts, ma'am. So let's see. All right.
I'm sorry, the person you are trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Please try your call again later.
So let's try first name question mark. All right, and then we're going to lock them in. Add to contacts. And create contact, Clara. Expired. All right. Clara is locked in. We'll see if she responds back. All right. Let's go to the next one. Next one is another piece of land. And I'm not big on land, but this one's 1.5 million. And so I can sell land without a doubt. Let's see here. Let's pull this up so you guys can see it. I want you to see what the thumbnail looks like. Thumbnail's important. You want people to click on it, to open it, to look at it. And if they don't, what are you doing? So this is the thumbnail. When you're scrolling through and this is all you see, it might not cause you to go further. If you go here, this is off of the state GIS website, where you look at aerial views of property, and then they came in here and drew in this red line to show where the property goes. And this is a little better. But then this agent went down the path of doing some drone photos and some photos from the ground. So, I mean, you do what you can, right? You're showing land, which is like, how much are you going to do with that? But what I'm confused by is the drone photos. So this is a big piece of land. It's right in a prime commercial area. So somebody will pick this up. But if you look at the drone photos, they didn't correct for the lens curvature, or they tried to do some sort of panorama view and didn't flatten the image. And so you've got this view of the world, this hyper exaggerated kind of world view where it's convex. I'm not a big fan of this at all. My drone will go 6 miles away from me. Right, I do my own drone footage. It'll go 6 miles away from me. You can go off in the distance 6 miles back that way, not even half a mile back that way, and you can get a nice view of the entire property without having this weirdness in the image. You see, this is a globe. This is like, this should be a flat image. It shouldn't look like this. But I mean, to each his own. At least they went to the trouble to get a drone pilot out there and to get some drone footage of the place. I'm just not I'm not blown away by it. And then we're back to that. So let's call and see what the deal is here. How long was this on? See, I'm constantly doing this. Before I make the call, I'm looking on, see how long it was on, read the description. 24 acres of land zone, general business with over 1,300 feet on Caratoke Highway, 1,100 feet on Tullis Creek Road. A lot of possibilities here. Let's see. It's right in a built-up area. Like there's all kinds of stuff could be done with this. So this would be a fantastic property to sell. And it looks like it was on for a year, 330 days. It had a fall through date of 9/03 this year. So they got it under contract and it fell apart. So let's see what Mary has to say about this piece of property. Who had it? Okay. Let's see here. Back to my phone. Mary.
This is Sam. I'm sorry Mary and I can't get to the phone right now. So if you will, just leave us a message and we'll get back with you as soon as we can. Thank you.
Hi, Sam. My name's Shane. I'm a local real estate agent here in Elizabeth City. I was calling about your piece of property over there on in Moyock, that the 24-acre piece of property that came off the market. Give me a shout when you have a minute to talk about it. My number is 252.
Hi, hello?
Hey, is this Mary?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Mary. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, and yourself?
I couldn't hardly be doing any better. My wife and I took our kids up to Salem, Massachusetts to find witches for Halloween. Well, I brought 3 of them with me, but we didn't find extra ones to bring back for sure.
Well, my goodness gracious, what an adventure. I mean, those children will enjoy that forever.
Yes, ma'am. We went up there. They're 10 and 13. So we went up a couple of days before and we went and checked out Salem. It was super busy, really crazy, but cool as well. And then we went over to Connecticut. Our preacher from down here, from our local church, him and his family moved to Connecticut. So we went up, we went there to trick or treat with their kids and then came back. So it was a whirlwind tour.
Yeah, but I know they enjoyed seeing you, so I bet that was a good adventure for everybody.
It was, and it was all of our first time, both in Massachusetts and Connecticut. We'd never been up that way before. So it was pretty cool.
Well, good. I know you enjoyed it. I'm sorry. That's a long ride, though, too, isn't it?
It is. Now, my wife is from Jersey. She's from South Jersey. So we went up a couple of days before, and we hung out with her dad. And then, so that's like the midpoint. So
yeah, okay.
Yeah, pretty much 6 hours to her, and then another 5.5 hours up to Salem. So.
Oh wow! I the only couple of times that I've been in Massachusetts was flying up that way to Cape Cod and doing that part of it. And of course, we go to New York every once in a while, and I think, oh wow, yeah. And then I was just thinking about you with a carload of children, so you did good.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, I called about that property you got over there in Moyock. It looked like it came off the market. What are you guys planning on with that?
Not really anything at this point in time. We took it off the market. We came really close to selling it, and the gentleman backed out, like I forgot 6 weeks or so before the sale was complete.
Oh God.
So I told my sister, I said, both of us have agreed. The farm has been in the family for over, a couple of 100 years.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's hard to find somebody who wants to tend just a small amount of property.
Right.
And so we wanted, both my sister and I are, well, I'm in my 70s and she's approaching 70. So
you don't sound like you're anywhere near 70.
If you've just seen the closet I just came out of, I don't know about that.
That's right.
I've been trying to purge and clean at the same time, and it's so overwhelming.
Oh my goodness.
I don't need all this stuff, but we really had no plans for the property other than to sell it,
right,
as it is, and whoever got it, this gentleman that was interested in it was going to, I think use it to park some of his RV trailers.
Yeah.
I think he owns, yeah. So he was going to use it for that. We really hadn't talked about it because we just figured whoever purchased it, whatever they wanted to do with it,
right,
they paid for it, it's theirs.
Yeah, yeah. So now moving forward, are you guys just going to hang on to it for a while, or you think you might want to get it back on the market?
I think we're going to get it back on the market, but
Okay.
I didn't know if there was any interest out there, at this point in time with interest rates going up, bank rates going up, and I just didn't know. We hadn't talked about it, but we did think we were going to put it back on the market.
I got you. Well, I tell you, I am out of 2,000 agents in my MLS, I'm ranked 21st out of the 2,000, and 12 of those that are above me are teams that are selling more than I'm selling. I say that to say that every week I'm looking at the market to see kind of what we're looking like as far as properties coming in and then properties selling off. And what I'm seeing is in our MLS, we get around 1,100 new properties a week that hit. And out of that 1,100, over 50% of them sell in their first 7 days, or they go under contract in their first 7 days. The reason that is because there's no inventory. We're still at drastically low inventory, even though the interest rates are going up. And even though it seems like it should be slowing down, there's such a pent up demand for properties that there's no end in sight to the sales happening, right? So we're dealing with a crash in the sense of there's fewer sales, but we're never going to go to zero. And right now, for the properties that are coming in, they're selling really quick because of that demand. So I think any time is a good time to sell. It really, you would be surprised. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you go right ahead. I was listening because I kept thinking in the back of my head, well, here it is almost towards the end of the year. Do people want to spend the money or do they want to wait till next year? I do not know anything about real estate.
Yes, ma'am.
All I know is we have those 24 acres and it is zoned commercial.
Right.
And so that was another, and I was trying to get what it was on the tax books for, but even with the other gentleman, we were able to negotiate, a price that was comfortable for everybody. Gotcha.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And to your earlier question, yeah, stuff sells. Last year I was sitting at a closing table 3 days before Christmas. I actually bought dinner for my closing attorney the night before because he wasn't opening the office the next day. And so I took him out. I took him and his wife out to dinner. They also go to our church with us. I took him and his wife out to dinner so that he'd be nice and come in and close the deal out for me on a day that he wasn't going to. Yeah, really cool stuff.
Are you an individual or do you work with a company?
So I work with eXp Realty. We're a global company. And yeah, I push a lot of my marketing. So if I list something, right now I have 16 listings, 9 of those are under contract. And I specialize in expired listings and for sale by owners. The reason being, those properties have proven difficult to sell in the past. And I like coming in and giving people big wins where they weren't able to get one before. But
now where do you have an office that you go to? I mean, are you located here locally or where are you, out of Texas? Or
That's right. No, so my wife and I, we live in Edenton. We live on the water out here in Chowan Beach neighborhood. We bought out here 4 years ago, and then I sell everywhere from CoinJock, Elizabeth City, Moyock, all the way down to, I go as far as Beaufort County,
Wow.
Little Washington, all of that.
So you know our territory. You
I
know
do,
the
ma'am.
land that we that's good. That's encouraging. I you know, of course, I have to run this by my sister
Oh, of
because
course,
you know, we both inherited it. Everything's 50-50.
for sure.
But we were looking for somebody who we felt like knew the property.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, knew the area as opposed to, you know, somebody from the beach and they're used to flipping over really, really fast. This could be a longer term thing.
It could be.
And yeah, but is there a time that we could sit and, or I could sit and talk with you?
I would love to.
My sister lives, she lives in New Bern.
Okay.
So she did, you know, unless she has something to come for here this way.
Yeah.
I'm the one that would be the contact person.
Gotcha.
More than likely.
What does your afternoon look like Tuesday?
Oh, you know, of all things, this week I've got Tuesday I'm carrying a friend of mine to the eye doctor.
Okay.
Wednesday I'm carrying my husband to the eye doctor in Norfolk, and Thursday I have a doctor's appointment in Virginia Beach.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I have Monday. Let me double check before I go yakking. But I think Monday and Friday are my free days of the week.
Okay, so Monday I have a 1 o'clock. I could do Monday evening, maybe 4:30 or 5 o'clock over in Elizabeth City or Moyock, if that works for you.
4:30. Let's see, Monday will be the 6th. Is that correct?
Let's see. Yes, Monday is the 6th.
Okay. So now, what other day did you say that you might be available?
I'm available. So Monday is the only appointment I've got so far. I've got a closing on Wednesday. Well, I've got closing on Thursday, but a walkthrough Wednesday at 5 o'clock. So Wednesday, Thursday, I'm kind of tied up.
Okay.
But I could even do, if earlier Monday works for you, I could do before my 1 o'clock appointment, maybe 10:30 or 11 o'clock in the morning Monday.
Oh, meaning like Monday the day after tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Now where would you meet? Could you meet? Would I need to be in Moyock, or could you? I live in Kill Double Hills. Is that out of the question? Or?
No, nothing's out of the question. We could do just a coffee house or something out that way. Do you have a Starbucks or something close to you?
We have a Starbucks. You know, I've never been in it, but I know there is a Starbucks in Kitty Hawk, and I know there's one in Kill Double Hills. But I'll be honest with you, I've never been in it to know if they have tables or anything.
I got you.
I know it's a lot of pickup and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me see. What would be close by that we could meet? I don't even know about in Currituck what there is. To meet halfway. I'm one of these people. I'm sorry. I don't.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Me
neither. Me neither. Which is why Starbucks is kind of my go-to. So yeah, let's. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I was just trying to think. I mean, my daughter-in-law works at the Starbucks in Kitty Hawk.
Okay.
I don't ever know her schedule because it's so screwy. But even if that doesn't, we could meet there. And if that doesn't work for us, we could go to Wendy's.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we could go to Wendy's or somewhere else. But is that okay with you?
That's fine.
Distance?
Yeah, that's fine. Let's shoot for 10 a.m. That way I can be sure I can get back to my 1 o'clock on time.
Okay, that's fine. The other thing is that do I need you're able to see exactly what the property is listed for on the taxes, and
I am. Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
So I don't have to bring any paperwork. You basically could know what's there, what's going on.
Yep. I have everything in front of me that I need for the meeting. Do you have a good email address? I'll send you over my resume so you can start getting familiar with me before our meeting.
Sure. My email is m at AOL.com.
You started to say your resume. Do you have one you can send me? I'd love to meet you on paper. Yeah. Yep,
true.
yep. No, that's good. That's good. I'm just messing with you. I'm really laid back and kind of a goof sometimes. So don't pay any attention to that.
Okay. So, and I love it. This is something that's been bothering me. The couple who had listed the property before, they worked with Caldwell Banker.
Yes, ma'am.
And the contract we had was it was supposed to end sometime in September, but we had to extend it because we thought we had the property sold, but we were going to close on it on October 6th.
Mm-hmm.
So we extended it to October 30th, and I just talked to them the other day and said, let's take it off the market. I need a breather.
Yes, ma'am.
And so is there ever any paperwork that I need to sign from them to let you know that we're no longer working together to try to sell the property?
No, ma'am. That listing actually came off of the market, which created a list. And then I went through and found it and went, well, heck, I've got to meet Mary. So you are officially off the market, and you don't have to do anything beyond that to sort of solidify that.
All righty. So good, because it'd be nice to talk to you, because I don't know, is the amount of money that's being offered that we're asking for the 24 acres, is it too exorbitant? Is that one of the reasons the property didn't move? So this is nice to meet with you so that you can give me a foundation of what is going on.
Sounds good.
Okay, and let me just write down your name and everything, because this call came out of the blue.
Sorry.
My head stuck in the call.
Yes, ma'am.
It was very welcome. So let me tell you, it was just perfect.
Awesome.
All righty. And you said your first name was what, please?
Shane, like the cowboy.
Okay.
Last name is Noblin, Noblim.
Oblin. Okay.
Yes,
and what's a good telephone number, sir, to reach you?
Absolutely. 252-722.
Yes, 722.
4740.
3740.
4740. I'm sorry. 4740.
4740.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 4740. Okay, well, what I will do is I will try to get hold of my daughter-in-law and find out, if Starbucks a good place to meet. Does she have a table or anything
That's
like that?
fine. Yeah.
Okay, that'll
Awesome.
find out. And then if that's not good, we can still meet there and then proceed to somewhere else if we have to.
Sounds like the perfect plan.
Okay, well, wonderful. I am so happy, Shane, that you called me. I guess I'm babbling because I was not expecting anything out of the blue to happen anymore.
Right.
Since we sat on it for so long, and I saw all these numbers always popping up about the people viewing the listing, but nothing ever came out of it. So
Right.
I thought, well, maybe we got a dud piece of property. I don't know.
No, like everything will sell. What it comes down to is price and features and marketing. So, my goal is to get it in front of as many people as I can, and to intrigue them in the best way possible. So I really spend a lot of time on photographs and marketing. I am a drone pilot, went out and got my license through the FAA so that I can do it commercially. And so I do all my own drone photography. And then I went out and got a fantastic camera, and I do all of my still photography as well. So I really pride myself in creatively getting people good wins.
Oh, I think this was part of our problem with the former ones. I don't want to badmouth anybody.
Of course.
I don't think it was actively being pursued.
Yes, ma'am. I get it.
I think they were depending on the internet to sell it, and I don't think that works on farmland.
Right. Well, and we came out of a market in 2020, the end of 2020, all of 2021, and the beginning of 22. Everything sold. Agents didn't have to do anything to get properties to sell.
As they were used to the beach property, but they had people fighting in the driveway over a piece of property or a house,
Right.
and people throwing money at them.
Yeah.
Ours was quite a different story.
Yeah. And this is a market where you have to do a little more. You have to be a professional about it. So.
Thankful that you called me, and I appreciate it. The reason I was a little hesitant when you said, the company you were working for is not anything I'm familiar, but you should see my mail sometimes. Some of the people from Texas, Michigan,
yes, ma'am.
bring pieces of, buying it out.
Oh, of
Here's
course.
a piece of paper, just sign this, and we'll pay for your closing costs and your attorney. I just file them all away,
Uh-huh.
So I'm embarrassed to tell you, I was half listening when you called because I thought, here we go again. This is one of those calls. But when you told me that you live over Deaton, I said, oh man, this is somebody I really want to talk to. So I appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person Monday. And here in just a little bit, I'll send you over my resume to that email address so you can kind of meet me on paper. And I've also got a picture, I believe, on there, of my 2 little girls. So you get to see the 2 witches that I took with me to Salem and brought back.
Okay, well, I'm so excited, Shane, to meet them because you sound like a very decent family man, and a church-going man too. So that's a real winner in my heart.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you much.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All righty. Have a great day.
Yes, and if anything happens that Monday is not good for you, just call and let me know.
Will do. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye. Guys, how easy is that? So that's another appointment. That's a $1.5 million listing for commercial piece of land. I think it'll sell. I don't think it's grossly overpriced. It might be a little overpriced. It might be 1.2, but I'll take it all day. And if you listen to that rapport that I built during that call, over. Okay, while we were on the phone, let's see. Second look at 117 Hannah, if that's okay. Sounds good. Thank you. All right. And then I got a call from Clara at Poindexter. Okay. So let's go back up here to Poindexter. That is that fully remodeled house, 6 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. Let's see here. Clara. All right.
Hello?
Hey, Clara.
Hello?
Hey, this is Shane with eXp Realty. How you doing today?
Who's this?
My name is Shane. I'm a real estate agent. How are you? Are you there?
Hello?
Hey, this is Shane. I'm a local real estate agent. How you doing today?
Who is it?
Who am I?
Yes.
My name is Shane. I'm a real estate agent. I saw you guys had a property on Poindexter Street that expired off the market. Is that right?
Yeah, we got it on market, that one right now, yes.
Gotcha. I saw it came off of the market yesterday. Are you trying to get that back on the market to sell it?
We already got it, the real estate was working with that.
Gotcha. Okay, when do you think he's going to get it back? He or she's going to get it back on the market?
That's already in the market.
Huh, okay.
We got the market for a little while and we put it back.
Yeah, it expired yesterday or a day before yesterday. So it's not on the market anymore.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I got you. Would you want me to get it back on the market for you to get it sold?
So which company you working?
I work with eXp Realty.
So you are local?
I'm local. Yep. I live in Edenton, but I sell in Elizabeth City. Hell, I just sold one 2 weeks ago in Elizabeth City.
Okay, look, you see, you can come so we can talk personal,
Sounds good. Absolutely. Does Tuesday work for you?
Let me see. We can probably Monday afternoon or Tuesday, one of those days.
Okay, Tuesday's perfect. I have 2 appointments on Monday.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you my phone number.
Okay, hit me with it.
Okay, so my phone number is 3.
Okay.
9 269. And my name is Fred. Fredy.
Wow, Freddie. Good to meet you, Freddie. And what time Tuesday you think?
I can meet your brother. Around 12. If you're good with that.
12 is perfect. They're at the house, or you want to meet somewhere else?
Meet me at the house.
Okay.
So yeah, you can see the house and tell me what ideas you think. I really want to sell the house, but
it's a beautiful place, man. I can't believe it didn't sell already.
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. Because I hired these other people, they never tell me. They take off at the market.
Yeah. It came off 10/31, October 31st. So Halloween Day, it came off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because they still have the signs over there, but I was gonna tell them, come get it.
Gotcha. Sounds good. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting you out there, and I can move pretty quick. So if it looks like it's a go, I can have it on before the weekend, and we'll see if we can find you a buyer for the thing.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, sounds good. I'll touch base with you Tuesday morning just to make sure that we're still good.
Okay, that's fine. Send them a text with your full name and telephone number so I can, get the contract.
Yep, will do, sir. Yep, I'm actually going to send you my business card right now while we're talking. That way you got it in your phone. Or no, I'll text it to this 252 number you just gave me.
Okay, cool.
Okay, thank you, Freddie. You have a great weekend.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
All right, see you. That's a, let me see here. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, okay. Yeah, everything's still moving right. That is a pull Poindexter back up here. $450,000 listing. That's an expired. So now I've been on the phone. How long have I been on the phone? An hour? Right? I've done my follow-up calls was the first little bit. Now I have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've made 8 expired calls. I've got 2 appointments for Monday. I've got 1 appointment for Tuesday. In 8 calls. When I say quality over quantity, this is what I'm talking about. That guy sounds like he's ready to list his property. Right? A little bit of a language barrier between him and I. But I think I built the rapport. I think I built enough in there like he's excited to meet me. The $1.5 million commercial piece of land, I've got her, right? I start the conversation off talking about silliness, about me taking the kids up to Salem, Massachusetts to go find witches, right? And then end it with her asking me to let's meet somewhere so that she can meet me in person and we can talk about this, right? The first guy, David, he was beat down with the process. He was aggravated at the whole thing. Well, I guess I'm going to have to move my furniture back in there. By the end of that conversation, he's excited to meet me. We can do, everybody that's watching this can do exactly what I'm doing. Everybody can. So now I've got Monday booked, and I got Monday double booked, and I've got Tuesday single booked. And all of these look good for listings. Let's see. Now I had somebody reach out. All right, let's check real quick. I'll let you guys listen in on my voicemail and see what Lillian needed. And who knows?
Guys, 1004 Southern Avenue, and see you have a house there listed. Could you give me a call and let me know how much this is going for? Thank you.
Okay.
614-390.
Love sign calls. Hey, how are you doing? Awesome. You saw a house out on Southern Avenue and you were calling me about it.
Oh, okay. Is that what, Nathan?
Shane Noblin.
Okay. Hi, Shane.
Hey.
How much is that house going for?
It's listed at 195. But it's been, so the exterior, he put in that concrete driveway and stuff. Didn't do a lot else to the exterior. The inside is completely remodeled. It's beautiful. The bathrooms are beautiful. The kitchen is beautiful. New appliances. It's a really fantastic job on the inside for kind of an ordinary looking outside.
I passed by them like.
Gotcha. Would you like me to set up a showing for you and show it to you?
So how much? How many bedroom bathroom?
3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Three bedroom. Let me think. 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom.
Like a one plan, or is it a two-story?
So it's like a Cape Cod. So you've got the master bedroom downstairs with its own bathroom, and then a half bathroom in the hall downstairs. And then you've got the 2 children's bedrooms upstairs with its own bathroom.
So there's a bedroom on the first floor.
The master bedroom or the primary bedroom is on the first floor. So you don't have to go up and down steps. The kids can go upstairs.
Okay. All right. So I work Monday through Friday. I don't know if you're in town now, but it might be like too early to kind of ask for showing. But week Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm available after 4:30.
Okay. All right. So my wife and I are a real estate team, and I've got some appointments first part of the week, but I think she is available. So one way or another, we can show it to you. Do you want to do maybe Tuesday at 5 o'clock?
We can do Tuesday at 5.
Okay, so let's shoot for that. I've got you down here. Is your first name Lillian? That's what name popped up on my screen.
Yes, Lillian.
All right, so we said Tuesday at 5 p.m. for Southern Ave. Okay, and then this is a good number to reach you at? Awesome. Do you have any other questions for me? All right, sounds good. Well, the renovations were all done last year. The home itself was built. Let's see here. My listings. So the home itself was built. Let me get down to it. In 1940. It's got that old house charm. Well, it's priced based on everything that he's done to the house, right? When you walk inside, it looks like a brand new house. So 94.45.
Well, again, so give me information so I can put on my calendar what's going in now.
Sounds good. We'll see you then. 5 o'clock on Tuesday.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye. All right. So there you go. Now I'm setting up showings while we're on our call session, while we are creating business out of nothing, right? I pulled these things right off of MLS. Think about the lady for the $1.5 million piece of commercial land. She was thankful. How many times did she thank me for reaching out to her? Right? For those of you that are nervous about making these calls or feel like you're bothering people, think about the number of people that are out there that desperately want to talk to somebody about the problem that they're having selling their property or the things that they're thinking, well, whatever the case may be, right? There are a lot of people out there that need us, that want us to reach out to them. And we don't because we're afraid of a bad conversation. Makes no sense. So let's move on to the next one. Like on a normal day, I would probably just call it a day now. I've got 3 appointments set up. I've got potentially a listing or 2 out of those 3 that will come from it. It's just too easy to do this stuff. And thinking about quality over quantity, I'm not making a lot of calls. I'm not burning the phones up by any stretch. Let's see here. The next one. This one was canceled. So I finished out my expired calls. Now I'm getting into my canceled calls, or the canceled listing calls. And there's a little different mindset with canceled, right? Expired, was on the market, and then it expired. Canceled, they decided that it was in their best interest to end their relationship, to end the listing. So, like, there might not be as much flexibility or as much eagerness to get back into listing it again. Who knows? But you'll never know unless you actually make the calls. Let me show you guys this one. This is a canal front home. All right, let's pull this up. And you guys are still hearing me. That's good. And we're going to share screen. And we're going to share. I'm going to pop this up. It's a nice place. Canal front. Got a bunch of decks and lower decks, upper decks. Sitting on the canal, headed out to the water. You can fish right off your back deck. Nice and clean, some nice upgrades inside. Not great photos, but that's kind of par for the course. I don't know if you guys are in an area where everybody does fantastic photos, but I'm in an area where just about everybody does this mess, where they go in with their cell phone and just snap photos and figure it'll be good enough. And that's it, 19 photos. You got a waterfront house, no drone photos, so you can't see the proximity to the Albemarle Sound, and just no real interest in doing things right. This particular property is 279,000. It's 1,700 square feet. Was on the market for 165 days and fell through 2 months ago. Was under contract and fell through. So let's see what Greg has to say. Still love hearing that phone ring, right? Every call, good calls.
This is Greg Mosley. I'm not available at the moment. If you'll please leave your name and number, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
After you have finished your message, just hang up. Or to hear more options, please press 1.
Hey, Greg, my name's Shane. I'm a local real estate agent. I saw you had a property over in Shawnee Trail that came off of the market. Was just curious what was going on with that. If there's any way I could help you with it, give me a call if you get a chance. My number is 252-722-4740. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. All right. I'm going to add to contacts. Greg. Canceled. All right. So we're going to say voicemail for Greg. Oh. Next one. Oh, my. All right, so the next one, doing a marathon video today, guys. The next one is 324,000. It's built in 1995, 1,700 square feet, 3-bed, 2-bath. It's on the market for 43 days, went under contract and fell through October 26th. They pulled it off the market October 28th. They pulled it off the market 2 days later. So let's see, under contract date. Doesn't say the under contract date. I was curious how long. Who knows? There's a story involved in it, right? Maybe repairs. Maybe they got lowballed. Who knows? But let's see what Greg has to say about this thing. And guys, this is going to be my final call today. Had a lot of success. Like winning on a positive note. 7.